Well, a competition is not a competition unless you have some sort of test, right? You got to have a test. All of this can't be just fun and games and let's hang out in the laboratory. We got to actually test your knowledge of things. Did you learn anything throughout this process? All right, so for the Test Me event, everyone participates here. Everybody. Now, when I say everyone, well, this is up to 8 students. All right, so that means if your team has 15 students, 8 of those students are going to be selected to participate in the Test Me event. Only 8. That is what we call a full team of 8 students. If you have more than 8, that's perfectly fine, but we accommodate 8 for each one of these events. All right, so 8 students will go in to an auditorium or lecture hall, and you'll be required to take a standardized test. All right, so the test will always focus on the instrument that is featured for the competition event, whatever that instrument is. All right, so for example, if one year we cover UV vis, then the test will mainly, and I'll say mainly, be UV vis related. If we talk about gas chromatography one year, then that mainly will be what is on the standardized test, multiple choice test that you will get. Okay, but that's not the only thing that's there. Other than instrumentation, you've noticed a trend here. We play particular importance to solution prep. So that means anything that involves molarity or anything that involves the molarity equation or the dilution equation or this concept of part per million that we often use in our laboratory and maybe that you've used to make some of the samples in your research portions of the projects. All of these are important. Calculating formula weights for compounds. All of this is standard, basic laboratory knowledge that you should have. And because of that, the test will focus on solution prep information. All of these questions will be multiple choice. If you don't know the answer to a question, we suggest that you guess. Guessing is not going to hurt. An incorrect answer does not lower your score. So choose something, cross your fingers, and hope that you get it right. With the multiple choice exam, there will be math. Therefore, you will need to bring a calculator on the day of the competition. We'll provide you scrap paper. We'll provide you the pencil that's necessary to answer the questions, but you'll need to provide your own calculator. The information that comes from the instrumentation section. Where do I get that from? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have recorded a set of videos for you to watch. Every year, when we go over a piece of instrument that we want to focus on, we have spent hours recording videos to share with you. So we want you to watch these videos, and we need you to understand what this equipment's doing. And these multiple choice questions will come from those videos. So make sure that you watch them, make sure that you take notes. And I know that you have other things to do than sit around and watch videos all day long. But one of the things that certain teams have done in the past is that they take these videos and they break them up. And what they do is that they let their team members, each member, watch 1 or 2 videos. And then what they do is that they write notes. And then they share those notes with everybody else. And then they compile them together and they make basically a review sheet for everything that was covered in those 20 or 30 videos that have been shared with you. Well, that's up to you. If you want to watch all the videos and force all the team members to watch all the videos, then do it by all means. We want you to kind of go through that process. But if you don't have time and you want to work together as a team, because that's what you are, then make sure that you watch a couple of them and just type up a quick summary of each video. And make sure that you hit all of the important points so everyone has a study guide to go by when it concerns the testing portion of this event. Now, the test portion is worth more points. So therefore, you probably want to kind of take this a little more seriously than some of the other events. So if you're looking for points here because you all want to win, then the test meet is a perfect event for you to rack up extra points to set you apart from the other teams. All right? So the test me is multiple choice. There's always typically around 60 questions, give or take a little bit, and you will be given anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half, so 60 to 90 minutes to answer the test, depending on how complicated the questions and problems are. So you'll go in, group of 8, you'll sit down with a multiple choice exam. It will mainly focus on the equipment with a little bit of solution prep and math that comes along with it. And after 60 to 90 minutes, you'll turn in the test. What we do for your team is that we score each one of these students individually, and then we take an average. And that average is how we will rank your team and how well that you did. So, if you've got 7 people on your team and they all do really good and you're all happy and you're like, yeah, we got this. And then we randomly pick one of those people out that's a big old loser because they didn't study, that can bring down your score. And it can bring down your score so much that it could knock you out of first, second, or third place. So you're only as strong as your weakest link. And it's very important that all of you do as well as you can on the test if you want to ensure you get the big points that are associated with this part of the competition.